This is the view from the window in December. Nice if you're into Christmas card scenes, but there's not much cheer for the keen dry fly angler. There's only one thing to do: chuck another log on the fire and do some fly tying in readiness for the next trip into the New Zealand backcountry. I'd like to quickly show you a couple of the patterns that should prove most useful in the height of summer. Firstly, my version of the cicada, which is tied using foam sheet as the main ingredient, and also the river spider, as tied by Dean Bell in Peter Scott's excellent book, New Zealand's Best Trout Flies. When the real cicada is observed, it can be seen that the chunky body and sparkling wings are probably the most prominent visible features. Although there are pretty good deer hair versions available commercially, I'm not very good at tight deer hair spinning, so decided to use foam sheet instead. This tying is a variation on a pattern tied by Mark Griffiths in last summer's edition of the Australian magazine Fly Life. For the wings, you need to obtain some sparkle organza from a haberdashery shop. It's as cheap as chips, and just a few pennies worth will last a lifetime. The trick is to prepare it by coating it in a thin layer of clear silicone. This is done by running a bead of silicone across one end and then spreading it down the sheet using a small ruler. Once dry, it can be cut into 6mm wide strips, about right for our fly. Then roughly mark out the shape of the abdomen on the foam. The narrow cutaway is where it will be tied to the hook shank. You can colour it with a marker pen to match the natural if desired. Attach the abdomen to the hook. Dub a thick thorax using coarse black dubbing. Add a couple of legs. Tie in the wings. After making a couple of slits for the thread to sit in, fasten down the wing case. Add a sighting post if you wish. And whip finish. My version of a foam cicada, done. And this is how the trout would view it from below, looking up against the light. And this is how the trout would view it from below, looking up against the light.